We are back on Friday Night SmackDown with the Big Red Machine.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring first, weighing 323 pounds, Kane.
You know, there have been big-time players in Royal Rumble match history. Perhaps none quite as big as Kane. Every year he has incredible performance, including this past Sunday night. Kane lasted nearly 20 minutes and in fact made it to the final four before he had to be eliminated by two men, Triple H and Batista.
Tag team partner from Death Valley, weighing 299 pounds, The Undertaker.
Sunday at the Royal Rumble match, Coach, The Undertaker, he entered at number 1. He lasted over 32 minutes before being eliminated by the man that he eliminated last year to win the Rumble, Shawn Michaels.
And we talk about being disappointed. These are two men that never miss words, but you gotta believe that The Undertaker and Kane are both very upset that they are not having that automatic opportunity at WrestleMania.
But The Undertaker does indeed have an opportunity to go to WrestleMania, because The Undertaker will join MVP, Finlay, Batista, Big Daddy V, and the Great Khali inside that barbaric elimination chamber, where the winner 2 weeks from Sunday at No Way Out will face the world champion at WrestleMania, where The Undertaker is 15-0.
It's hard to bet against The Undertaker. We heard Batista out here earlier tonight say that he was the only one with any experience. Well, The Undertaker has the most experience and should be able to adapt very quickly to that elimination chamber.
It is hard to describe the feeling in this arena tonight when the Brothers of Destruction are in the ring together as one unit, as a team. The Phenom, the legendary Undertaker, and his brother Kane. It doesn't happen often. The last time it did was nearly 6 months ago when The Undertaker and Kane teamed together. But I don't think The Undertaker and Kane have ever met a team as big as Big Daddy V and Mark Henry.
This is going to be a very, very difficult challenge for these two men.
And their opponents being accompanied to the ring by Matt Striker at a combined weight of 879 pounds. The team of the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, and Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V, Coach, with a look of confidence on his face here tonight. But he's got to have in the back of his mind, well, he's got to be remembering what happened last week on Friday Night SmackDown. One-on-one versus The Undertaker. The Undertaker did everything he could to take the big man down. But again, the Phenom had to adapt. And he put on a hold we had never seen before. Devastating, Big Daddy V.
No doubt about it. An unorthodox hold that actually brought blood out of the mouth of Big Daddy V. I don't know what it was called, but it was devastating, to say the least.
But tonight, Big Daddy V's got backup in the form of Mark Henry. They meet the Brothers of Destruction, a SmackDown rarity, and it's next. We are back on Friday Night SmackDown. Kane and The Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction against Mark Henry and Big Daddy V. And I hope they reinforce the ring for this one, because when you combine the near 1,000 pounds of Mark Henry and Big Daddy V and the 600 pounds of Kane and The Undertaker, nearly a ton of weight in the ring.
Michael, it's not often that Kane and The Undertaker face a tag team that's actually bigger than they are.
And Kane and Mark Henry have had a tremendous rivalry in the past. Mark Henry has put that bear hug on Kane numerous times, and Kane has chokeslammed Mark Henry and the world's strongest man, taking the Big Red Machine down.
It's amazing how strong Mark Henry is. Every punch, every forearm, so strong, so emphatic.
Mark Henry, Kane, The Undertaker, Big Daddy V, all part of what was the biggest Royal Rumble match in history this past Sunday. And Kane caught in midair, and the world's strongest man tried to catch him. Kane shifted the balance, and now he attacks with the right hands.
I think Mark Henry always feels like he can lift anything. Well, Kane's a little bit bigger than the average bear.
Well, and you're trying to catch Kane flying in midair. It's like trying to catch a 747. As Mark Henry is backed into the corner, and here comes the Phenom. The legendary Undertaker, perhaps the best pure striker in the history of sports entertainment, unloading on Mark Henry.
And you want to talk about revenge, Michael? Big Daddy V, Mark Henry, maybe the two guys that are most responsible for The Undertaker not being the World Heavyweight Champion.
Mark Henry cost The Undertaker the World Championship, really, back in May of last year, when he took out The Undertaker, allowing Edge to cash in his Money in the Bank opportunity. And Undertaker not in a great mood, eliminated from the Royal Rumble matchup. And hey, Matt Striker on the apron, and Mark Henry took advantage of the distraction, but Undertaker landed on his face. What a kick to the face!
You don't often see Mark Henry go down that quickly.
Here's the cover, shoots the half of the big man, and a kick at it too. Did you see The Undertaker? Watch this. Almost kicked the head of Mark Henry off. That's like kicking a concrete block halfway across the ring.
That's coming with extra attitude. That's coming knowing who he's facing tonight.
And Kane with a right hand. And the world's strongest man, the 400-pounder, the self-proclaimed silverback Mark Henry is reeling.
And I don't say this often, but Mark Henry needs a tag because Big Daddy V has yet to see any action.
Irish whip Kane across the ring. Mark Henry! And that could be the opening Mark Henry needs, wearing Kane down, and here comes the 500-pound master.
And if I'm Big Daddy V, I'm not so sure I want to get in there with The Undertaker after what we saw just moments ago happen last week right here on SmackDown.
Big Daddy V would love to put Kane away. Kane has felt those chops in the past from the 500-pounder. Big Daddy V unloading on Kane, and I want to know how they're going to build a pod big enough to put Big Daddy V and the Great Khali in, for that matter, in that elimination chamber.
It may have to expand just a tad, or it just may have to expand.
And Big Daddy V backing Kane into the corner. And there's nothing pretty about what Big Daddy V does. He uses his girth to just wear you down.
And I don't think fans at home can understand exactly how big and how much girth Big Daddy V really has.
Yeah, I think that picture there tells the story. Big Daddy V had Kane engulfed in the corner, and you couldn't even see the huge Tron behind him. That's how wide his body is.
And now Kane has to fight his way out and get to The Undertaker.
Kane backing Big Daddy V up to the corner, into the corner. Tag is made, and here comes The Undertaker. And Big Daddy V trying to battle out, but he's going to have to face the Phenom. Two of the men who will be inside the Elimination Chamber with an opportunity to go to WrestleMania for the championship, and it takes place 2 weeks from Sunday.
Now, who would have thought before tonight began, Michael, that those 6 men, they've got to be ecstatic, all 6, to have another opportunity, because I'll be quite honest with you, I guarantee you all 6 thought that opportunity was
Undertaker runs into the clothesline. A clubbing clothesline on the bridge of the nose.
And now Mark Henry, Big Daddy V in control.
The world's strongest man going to work on The Undertaker. Want to know how upset, how irate The Undertaker is that he was eliminated from that Royal Rumble match? Remember what he did to our table with Snitsky on it at ringside? Put Snitsky, drove him through the table, exploded everywhere.
I remember. I was sitting here.
Undertaker again, a boot to the skull. Tag made to Kane and the Brothers of Destruction, working like a great unit. Former WWE Champion Kane
And Michael, even though they don't tag together a lot, you always know that they know each other so very well.
Again, Kane made the final 4 of the Royal Rumble this year. It took 2 men to eliminate him. Triple H and Batista.
Kane going up top.
Big Red Machine to the top rope. Mark Henry in trouble. Oh, what a flying clothesline. Think about the athletic ability it takes a man that's 7 feet tall, 300 pounds to do that.
And again, Matt
Striker's got a screw loose. I wouldn't get anywhere near Kane.
Striker wants no piece of Kane or The Undertaker.
Oh! Remember what Matt Striker did a few weeks back? He cost The Undertaker that beat the clock challenge. When he was the special guest referee.
And don't think for a second The Undertaker has forgotten that.
And Kane, as he rolled out of the ring, forced out of the ring, Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V, right?
Oh, look out, right in front of us. Kane bouncing off the announce table. But here comes the Phenom.
The Phenom, not for a second, is going to allow Big Daddy V to put his hands on Kane illegally.
Well, Big Daddy V won't, but I think Mark Henry's gonna. Mark Henry bouncing Kane off the announce table. And the Big Red Machine in a world of trouble. The Undertaker and Kane, the brothers of destruction. I don't know what in the world you call Mark Henry and Big Daddy V. That was just huge.
Well, if they come up with a win here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, we've got to come up with some name for them, because they will have earned it.
Tag made to Big Daddy V, who again has got his sights set on that Elimination Chamber. MVP, Finley, Batista, the Great Khali, Big Daddy V, The Undertaker. In that Elimination Chamber matchup at No Way Out.
And The Undertaker is hungry on the outside. The Undertaker, nothing he can do but watch his brother Kane just get pummeled in the opposite corner.
And I'll tell you, I got to give kudos to Assistant General Manager Theodore Long. That's why I love him in charge for making a matchup like this tonight. And what a 500-pound splash. That's like a freight train running Indian.
And I want to take this opportunity to hope and send my best wishes out to Vickie Guerrero and hope that she gets better very, very soon.
And Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, and there's the bear hug. Those tree-like limb arms of Mark Henry wrapped around the waist of Kane, sucking the breath and life out of the Big Red Machine.
Right in the middle of the ring, nowhere for Kane to go, and nothing for The Undertaker to do.
It's like a vice just wrapped around the waist of Kane, and every breath he tries to take, he can't bring oxygen into those lungs. This is a submission maneuver. Will Kane tap out? Will he pass out? And Undertaker trying to get Kane to the corner for a tag.
You know, getting back to Vickie Guerrero, she was just getting over her original injuries when that happened at the Royal Rumble.
Maybe she shouldn't have jumped up on the ring and put herself in harm's way.
I got to give credit to Edge for being at home and taking care of Vickie Guerrero.
That was Tuesday night on ECW. Edge was here tonight. Remember, he was in a match.
Well, I understand that, but he spent most of the week at home.
Mark Henry runs into a boot by the Big Red Machine, Kane. And here's Kane on the second rope, and he takes out the world's strongest man. Kane needs to make a tag to The Undertaker. Can Kane get to his brother and make the tag? Mark Henry needs to get the Big Daddy V as well. Could be the turning point of this matchup.
What a tremendous main event this has been, and see how desperate The Undertaker is to get in. Is Mark Henry got a tag? If he does, we're gonna see. He decides not to.
Here comes The Undertaker, unloading with the rights and lefts, the Phenom, the fresh man. Look at him go. Oh! Mark Henry in trouble.
A second time.
The Undertaker, best shape of his career, taking out the world's strongest man. Building momentum perhaps tonight toward No Way Out. Old school.
And Old School put Mark Henry to his knees.
Reversal. Undertaker. Plants Mark Henry, DDT. Into the cover.
This could be it.
There's two. And it's Big Daddy V breaking up the 3 count. And now Big Daddy V unloading on The Undertaker. Oh! Brothers of Destruction!
Can they get him up?
Double
Undertaker's.
This is a 400-pounder! Choke slam! Shaking the ring! Undertaker going for the victory! Did you see the look in the Phenom's eyes? Why is he not going for the cover? Oh no!
I have no idea.
Oh no! We saw this last week! This is that submission hold that took out Big Daddy V, and it's locked in again to Mark Henry. It's locked into the World Strongest Man, who taps out. The adaptation of The Undertaker continues as again he takes out a huge man tonight.
And what's amazing,
And just like
The winners
last
of
week,
this match, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker.
and whatever that hold does, for the second straight week, it seems to have caused some sort of internal injuries.
and The Undertaker, for the second week in a row, so confident. You see Mark Henry now coughing up blood in the corner. The Undertaker confident in that hold. You talk about the evolution. We certainly are seeing the evolution of The Undertaker right before our very eyes, and Mark Henry continues to bleed from the mouth in the corner.
The Brothers of Destruction victorious here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. What a treat here tonight. Mark Henry, the victim of The Undertaker's wrath.